Back in my playing days, basketball playing days, I used to have a coach under 18s that was, at the time I thought he was a little bit too kind of fluffy in terms of what he would say to us during timeouts. A lot of the times he would just say stuff like, all right guys, we've got to work hard here, stay in it, focus. Let's just win the next two minutes. Let's get the next stop, really concentrate. Dig in, boys, like this kind of stuff, right? None of the X and O's, like, let's run this play, run that play, or whatever. I mean, he said that as well, but like, I feel like 85% was more like psychology. He was a psychology coach, right? And then I've also had coaches in the past that have just literally, you go into the timeout and he would just say, all right, next play is this. We're going to change up the defense to this, and then off we go. Like, there was none of this psychology. Now, all these years removed from the whole basketball scene, I kind of understand the coach that was more psychology, because day to day, man, it's all about psychology. If you think about what separates you from somebody really successful, it's your ability to process adversity. It's your ability to process your emotional, state. Every day might be different. You might be coming in and thinking to yourself, man, I'm glued to this bed, or I'm glued to this couch. I have no motivation to get up and do work. So most of the times you have to kind of talk yourself into doing something. It's like that self-talk, that healthy self-talk. I've come to appreciate that, coach, because life and success really is 90%, let's say 90% mental. And I've said this many times to you guys before as well. This morning, man, I've struggled. I slept like a log. I don't know how many hours, 10 hours. Woke up and I'm like, man, I'm so freaking tired, man. Like, I don't feel strong. I don't feel ready. I don't feel any of that. And you go through the whole emotional, cascade of, feeling sorry for yourself, blah, 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 this, that, the other, feeling unhappy, feeling frustrated, all that stuff. And then eventually you're like, okay, I know very well that I'm going to be doing this, because if I don't do this, my life is going to be misery. I've been defeated, blah, 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 blah. The whole squat every day thing, like you guys might be thinking, oh, he's got so much pressure to rock up every day. No, I'm going to stop when I have a good reason to stop. And, me feeling tired in the morning is not a good reason. It needs to be, something, substantial. There needs to be a good reason. Not, I've slept, really poorly. None of that. That's pussy shit. I need something that's going to legitimately be a good rationale for me not to train today. That's not to say that I'm going to look for injuring myself, or I'm going to look for some trouble or whatever. None of that. But I want to be, psychologically strong. Okay, so let's say I miss today. I know I'll be squatting tomorrow. So what really do I gain out of skipping today? That's literally how I look at it. And so today I was like, okay, running through the cascades of thoughts, and I said to myself, let's just focus on the bar. Let's just come in and do the bar. And then I got in, and I knew today was going to be like my pressing day as well. And I thought, okay, squatting is pretty much the most difficult in terms of getting ready for it, because you need all systems engaged. You need the hips, knees, ankles, the spine, you need the neck, you need everything kind of locked in. It's very hard to kind of open up with that. So I said to myself, okay, why don't I do the pressing first? Very easy. Pick the thing up, press it overhead. So I did that. And after the second or third set, I started feeling really good. I tricked myself into getting the blood pressure going, getting the heart rate going, getting the sweat going. And by the time I had the sweat going, walked over to the bar and started squatting. So I feel like a lot of this stuff, a lot of these mental blocks that we have are literally that. The mental blocks. You might be feeling tired. You might have an excuse, perfect excuse not to be pushing hard. But you don't have an excuse to be laying on the couch. That's the way I kind of think about these things. And we're all different. You don't have to squat every day or whatever. Like, each of us are different, mental beings, and you can approach life every which way you want, man. Like, literally, soccer is played 1,000 different ways. Basketball plays 1,000 different ways. Weightlifting should be played also 1,000 different ways. You can do whatever you want. It's just me and my makeup and my life and how, my personality. I like this. I like the daily routine of doing something like this. Over the years, over the last freaking 3 years of squatting every day, I've kind of worked out a really healthy, really strong self-talk. So, I can employ these types of ideas for other things that I don't want to be doing. Going into a night shift, going into a difficult case of work, going into whatever the case might be, any sort of difficulty that I have in life, I am not too far away from the cascade of thoughts which lead me to actually undertake whatever the thing is. So I encourage you guys to kind of build up some sort of mantra, or build up some sort of I don't know, some sort of like self-talk, some sort of script where you say to yourself, okay, I'm focusing on this. The first few steps, like for me, it's like, okay, I just want to warm up. I'm going to go in and warm up. And in the back of my mind, I know it's a trick, because the moment I warm up, I'm going to want to load 180 on the front squat. But thinking about 180 from the get-go is very daunting. It's like, oh my God, 4 plates, I'll die. I'm not ready for this. But the moment you start kind of working out, your body removes the fog. And the fog is something that is so powerful. And I think calling it the fog is very, very beneficial, at least to me, because that's exactly what it is. Like how I felt 40 minutes ago and how I feel now is completely different. It's completely different. It's a damn fog. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.